dog got them cataracts, but my friend McConaughey just teach me how to whip it. Teach me how to whip. Teach me how to whip it. My friend McConaughey just teach me how to whip it. Teach me how to whip. Teach me how to whip it. Teach me how to whip. Teach me how to whip it. Teach me how to whip. Teach me.
And now, live, coming from parts unknown, coming from deep in a faraway dimension, in a galaxy far, far away, Anakin Skywalker, live, bitch, woo, yeah, staying hot, staying in the zone. Welcome to Bryan's World, everybody. Same old shit, just a different day. But it's not shit, it's gold. We making gold. We digging up for the future. We just digging. We out here just digging it up. Trying to make it somewhere. But I don't know where it is. Because life's about the journey, not the destination. But yeah, what am I talking about today? Welcome to the show and all that good stuff. Well, I guess I'm a comedian, so I should do some mainstream comedy, right? How do you make a joke? I don't even know how to do that. I'm a riffer. Like, this shit's just coming out of my brain. I might write down topics and funny jokes. But no, you know, all these comedians out there doing well, I gotta start making some jokes. So, you know, what's with this Uber thing, man? You know, everybody's driving around now, riding Ubers, and it's like you get in the car and it's, are we gonna fuck or what? Like every time, dude. Really weird energy in them Ubers. But no, that's a joke. I'm making fun of mainstream comedy because I'm making fun of mainstream comedy. They do a lot of. I mean, it's good. I'm not dogging on people, but you know what I mean. It'd be like, what's with this Uber thing, man? Or the one dude, he was saying the one Amigos lyric by Quavo. He was saying Quavo said, I'm on a mile a minute. I'm going a mile a minute. And he's like, well, that's only 60 miles per hour. That's really not that fast. Which is funny, but bro, Quavo's talking about doing drugs, you idiot. He's talking about your brain going a mile a minute because he's on speed or something, dude. Dumbass. But no, again, I try to be one of those people that look at the positive things, you know? Even in scenarios that appear in my life. You know, I had a scenario today where I potentially could have gotten jealous of something or been weird about something or, you know, maybe like I would have in the past. You know, I could have worried about something that I shouldn't have worried about. And I didn't. And instead, I framed this situation in my head as an opportunity for someone else to earn themselves some good karma by doing the right thing. So yes, I had that scenario today that was like that, where I could have been on some weird shit, but instead I was like, assess the situation and look at things through the lens of the spiritual world and say, hey, this is an opportunity. This is somebody else's karma opportunity to then help them in their life and move forward with things. So yeah, you know, shout out all the homies, all the bros out there. You know, I tend to be a little sassy and egotistical. Sometimes I kind of smell weakness and desperation on people. And the dog in me starts barking. Boo! You know, it's like a shark in the water. But nah, man, I try to be. We're all humans. We're all humans. And shit. Let's see, what else, guys? Oh, you know what? Crazy synchronicity, fellas. I really didn't realize this until just now. So I've mentioned a few times I have a romantic interest. Also, this person is a good friend as well. Fun to be around. I met her, Guess what jersey I was wearing, you guys? Guess what jersey? The night that I pulled me in a good one. Arian Foster, Texans, Houston Texans, you guys. And we all know the story here. Anybody that's seen me or been around me knows about what happens in Houston stays in Houston, although I've told the story 50 times on my podcast, so it definitely did not stay in Houston. I think until I met this one, my heart was still down there in Houston, to be honest. That was like the last person I'd be like, yeah, I'd see where it goes with them if I got to talk to them more, was a woman that I met in Houston. So I found that to be interesting, very interesting, that I would wear a Houston Texans jersey and then... But with the spiritual stuff and these synchronicities these days, I don't really get that excited over it. I mean, I share it sometimes with your friends and stuff, like 444 on the clock. But it's nothing new to me, and I know why that I'm seeing it, and these are things that I've manifested and I worked hard for. When you work hard for your shit and when you rebuild your own brain and when you do a lot of things as a man that a lot of men go their entire life without doing. Like I got deep in this brain, dude. I got deep in this shit. And the popping out of the matrix, as well as being a good vibe and a good energy for people, and being free from some of the spells of our world. That shit's hard. And not people try. I tried for many years to reach a higher spiritual place, and failed many times and came up short. And I used to be on the crazier side. My behavior was crazy with things. So for me to just be normal is hard work. And then, but once you go from crazy, like bad, shitty crazy, and not good normal behavior and not the best thoughts process and being down on yourself and those types of things. If you can become that spiritual orb, it's going to take you past normal. If you're down bad and you get in that spiritual world, if that's the way you try and fix it, which is the way to go. Like there's things like counseling, medication, if I didn't have a daughter, I'm like maybe 10 pounds away from being sugar mama material 100%. And I'll do the dishes and all that shit too. So like, yeah, I'll do all the chores and offer protection and manliness. And I'm also good looking enough to I could definitely do sugar mama. Yeah. So again, what if I would have went that route? You know what I'm saying? So one of these easier things that you can get. Or maybe I were to seek out a romantic relationship. I haven't been doing that. Like when I go out, I'd be out and I might get a little flirty and stuff. But that's not like, I'm not sitting here around like I need this relationship. I need a relationship to be happy. I was like that before, but I broke that spell. And you'll find that's when you attract. That's when you start attracting things and you'll attract these right people. But yeah, you follow that spiritual path. It can get you to normal, feeling good. But normal people, shit. I see certain behaviors and hear certain things of people that are doing better than me, financial-wise, career-wise. Maybe they're married, have kids, everything's established, but there's some negativity and some sadness of these people based on some of the things I've seen. I'm not picking on anybody. It's just a general. Like the average person, you have your fears. You're probably afraid to die. I'm kind of not, which is crazy. It sounds nuts, and I don't want that to sound bad. What's up, Daniel? What's up, Polly? Your cat says hi. Dude, my cat been scratching me during these episodes, bro. Look, you can see it from here. She got some long scratches, long scratchy nails, dude. The fuck was I talking about? Fuck it, we'll move on. No, I'm just kidding. That's so bad. That's so fucking bad. We'll just have to go rewind setting. I need to start doing this when I get off track. Shh. What was I talking?
I was like that before, but I broke that spell. And you'll find that's when you attract.
Okay, cool. That's all good stuff.
And all that shit too, so like,
yeah, so I could have looked for easy ways out. I could have seeked out a partner who would take care of me and do my things for me and make me feel all perfect all the time and comfortable. Now, you want to be with someone that makes you happy, but they're also, in my opinion, there should be a level of that person just makes you want to go hard in the fucking paint. And if that person don't make you want to go hard in the paint, then that's probably not your fucking person. But, you know, I could have quit doing the YouTube, quit following my dreams, and had money so I could do this and the vacations and all that stuff. I could have managed my time to build this comfortable, perfect life. But I would have just been a normal guy. I wouldn't have broke through. I would have had all those things that built me. Right? And that's where I was after I got divorced. You're going out there, you're trying to make something happen. I got into an insurance job. And life didn't throw me many bones though, which was good. I'm happy about that. I'm happy nothing popped up in my life over them years. I'm happy I got held down. I'm happy somebody took my fucking shit and held me under the water. And say, make a decision, you gonna drown in that water that I'm holding you in, or you gonna fucking get out of it? And so when I see these things happening in my life, and you know, people can relate to this who have had some level of hard work and then success out of it. You know, when I see these new things in my life, when I see the glow that I have throughout the day, it's not like I'm all super jazzed up. I mean, I'm jazzed up. I be having fun, singing songs in the car, all that good stuff, good energy. But sometimes when I really think about it, like, I'm not surprised I'm like this motherfucker. I'm not surprised. I did the work, you know. I put in that mental shit. When I say work, I mean like basically taking your brain and analyzing every single last thought you have throughout the day till you get to the point where you're in control of that shit. That shit's hard. Hard. Not easy. So, like, yeah, I ain't surprised. You know, synchronicity is telling me, hey, here you go. See, we told you. You followed our path, and here you have your shit. But, again, the shit keeps coming because I keep working. I don't rest on my laurels. All right, let's switch gears into a wacky one. I try not to beat dead horses, but because I'm a long form streamer and I hate making clips, fucking hate it. I'd rather just do this and some nerd get my clips out there or something like that. I don't fucking know. Oh, damn, Polly. You're saying cats require something to scratch, yeah, in order to shed their claws. So you think my cat is trying to shed her claws on my thighs. And I think that does actually make a lot of sense. Because, I mean, that is fucking hard, bro. Like, that shit, whoa, what, like, this quad, dude, this massive quad, this is just, it's so hard. And it gets hard and it stays hard. I don't know. I see a lot of women complaining about men's performance in the bedroom. Never had. They call me Plan Brian, my guy. Why? And it's because of your energy. All this stuff translates, right? I'm a detail-oriented guy. You know, I'm trying to get everybody off. We all getting off out here, dude. Yeah, it's too bad because you do have to. That shit's spiritual. Like I said, sex and shit is spiritual, and people don't realize that. So if you're, dude, the reason people's dick might not work well if you're a youngster, you know, you're a youngster, 25, around there. It's got to be spiritual shit, or you need to go like go to the doctor and I guess get blue chew or something. And for me, like Viagra, they come to my house once a week and take my blood to get the active ingredient for this shit. Like they literally have to take my blood. I'm not the only one, obviously. I can't give them that much. You know, I can't give them all my blood to make Viagra, but they take, you know, they take a certain amount from all of the hardest dudes in the area, the people that stay hard and stay down, baby. I can't be the only one making fun of David Goggins like this, right? For those that don't get this joke, David Goggins is that dude who's always running with his shirt off saying, "Get hard, get hard." David Goggins. I know I did this recently. I don't want to be a dead horse, but I do have another story I want to share. Y'all know how it is. Like, as a long form streamer, I understand, especially at this point, I'm not getting many viewers. It's hard to get in the algorithm, and it's hard to get somebody to listen to everything that you're saying. Let's see this. Like, how is this not, how, I can't be the first one that's breaking this shit down, right? I can't be. David Goggins, stay hard. Like, there has to be more people stay hard. Motivational. And again, I mess with this stuff. Like, I fuck with this stuff. Going hard as hell. You know, go to the gym with me. See what happens. At some point, you're going to be like, why is he smiling right now? He just did a superset and he's sweating and he's breathing and he's having trouble walking. Why is he smiling? Is this person crazy? Yes, I'm a controlled, chaotic crazy, but it's controlled. Like, dude, look. Stay fucking hard. It's so funny.
A lot of us dream big. You should dream big. Dreaming big is important. You know.
Lies. Dreaming gets you nowhere. It's time to play. Dreaming gets you nowhere. I already know what I'm going for, kinda, in this world. Again, it's about the journey, not the destination. But I don't want to nitpick this like I do with, I've been doing that too much, where I nitpick every single little word. That's kind of the point, though. I'm just giving myself content because I didn't have that many things to talk about tonight.
So some of us want to be doctors, lawyers, dentists. Some of us want to be in special operations. So you have this big dream, you can see it so clearly, like it's right in front of you. You can go out and touch it. But the thing about it is, somewhere, if you dream big enough, somewhere down that journey, that dream becomes a motherfucking nightmare. And what happens in that nightmare, you start to have all these questions, like, if you want to be a special ops, you may not be a great...
Yeah, that's good. I like this, the nightmares, dude. Yeah. That's a good point. I can go off that. Thank you, David Goggins. It's very funny how you stay hard, and it's hilarious. Definitely get a blue chew for that, but if you need it, not me. But no, for real, that's a really good thing to say. Hold on.
Want to be doctors, lawyers, dentists. Some of us want to be in special operations. So you have this big dream, you can see it so clearly, like it's right in front of you. You can go out and touch it. But the thing about it is, somewhere, if you dream big enough, somewhere down that journey, that dream becomes a motherfucking nightmare. And
okay, so he's talking about the dream becoming a nightmare. I have experience with this. And I know that sounds bad, but hear me out. So when you have a dream and you want to accomplish something, a lot of time people, what do? They daydream about that dream. They think about, what if I'm this? I got to get this. I want to get this. Now, if I were to do that, and I have done that in the past with my content and stuff, if I do that, bro, that's being inefficient with my mind. Like I'm out here, I need to have my mind sharp throughout the day so that I'm coming up with things to talk about, so my mind is clear enough to come on here at night. So like I really can't be dreaming. So the term nightmare for me, what that brings is like nightmare, like I'm coming for it. Like this is my fucking nightmare. Isn't no dream no more. We're done dreaming. It's time to be that nightmare. It's time to go do the nitty gritty, fix yourself, do whatever you got to do to try to chase after that goal. And then again, with that goal, about the journey, not the destination. And I don't know. With me and this shit, honestly, I've listened to my stuff lately since I've been back, and I haven't listened to a podcast in a year that has made me laugh like mine. Again, I might be biased because it's me, but there's a lot of times I turned on that Protect Our Parks, like the new one with Joe Rogan and them fellas, and I turned it off and went and watched my own shit. Like, I didn't like it. And again, maybe I'm biased, but I do believe in what I'm doing. I wouldn't do it if I didn't believe in it. I also enjoy it, so even if I fail, like, at the end of the day, doing this kind of shit helps with my speaking, my social skills, and my sales skills. Well, that's money. And right now I'm not in a sales position or even any kind of customer service. I work in like a shipping warehouse. And I need to keep those skills sharp so that I'm ready to go when I have the next opportunity. And again, that's life, bro. That's life, brother, is being ready for that next opportunity. Whether if you like sitting around smoking weed, playing video games, hey, that next opportunity might be a 500 milligram edible to get you floating through a day. You feel me? I don't want to be this, you should live like me, you should live like this, and you should live like that. You should do you. But for me, my dreams became a nightmare because that nightmare was, like, the word nightmare is scary, right? You have a bad dream and it's scary. But for me, like, nightmare, I don't fear that. I'm not afraid of a nightmare. I wake up and have some crazy dreams, be like, God damn. Like where your guts are falling out and shit. Like crazy stuff all the time, every single night. But I'm not scared of that shit. I am the valley of darkness, bro. And again, I'm not like a dark or a bad person, but by his end, all wise men know that dark is light. You cannot be afraid of the dark. You have to embrace it, perhaps even utilize it to a T. But you want to be against evil in general. You know what I'm saying? We're the gods of our own reality. Again, take what I'm saying and make it yourself. Oh, you don't like this, don't like that, but you like this? Okay, take that, add it to your shit. The way you think about things, there you go. That's how I got here doing this. Is listening to people like David Goggins, Joe Rogan, Theo Von, I was a fan of. A lot of these people. I don't think they really inspired me. I don't know. I think I just liked podcasts in general and the idea of it. And you know how fast I got into this? Like one day I was working out at the apartment complex gym in my old place in Willoughby, Ohio. And I was listening to I think it was Ethan Klein from H3 on Theo Von. And I was kind of evaluating Ethan. I was kind of like, bro, if this dude can have a podcast in his show, Like if he can sound good, decent on this shit, then I can. And then I was like, you know what? I used to be into making videos. You know, jackass shit, video game shit. I used to be into that when I was like 10 years old. I got into video editing. When I first started using a computer, I got into editing. Not that I'm a good editor and know what I'm doing, but I understand how to put clips together at least. So, you know, I had some of a background in content creation. Had been listening to so many podcasts, just podcasting out for like a year. And I was like, I see myself as someone who has a lot to say. At the time, I was more focused on conspiracy theory shit. But I felt like I was someone who had someone to say, you know? I used to be a drinker. When I would drink, I'd be talking about all sorts of shit. But the thing was, at that point, I wasn't drinking, so it's not like I could just pull that out of me. But I felt like I had a brand that I could develop, and I felt something. Sitting there in the gym. 15 minutes later, I'm at home, and I do my first show ever. Took me about 15 minutes to say, I'm interested in podcasting. I'm going to go home. I'm not even going to fucking change out of my gym stuff. I'm going to get my shitty little Google Chromebook. I'm going to open it up. I'm going to hit record. And I'm going to write a few things down to talk about, and I'm going to let it go. And it sucked. It was awful. I don't even know if I have it up anymore. Do I? I think I should. It wasn't live. It was just a video. No, see, I ended up taking it down. It has no value. It's not that good. But when I did it, I was very proud of myself and very happy with myself. And it wasn't about the views. It wasn't about me getting any kind of views or anything like that. It was the fact that within 15 minutes I had decided that I was going to do something. That's the manifestation shit. You know, that's kind of where my journey started with this. I'd always been pretty deep into the conspiracy stuff, and then as you get higher level in conspiracy in the rabbit hole, the farther down the rabbit hole you get, you do end up going on a spiritual transformation with the conspiracy. So that's why, again, I'm not here to really shoot the shit about that. I am going to do it today, to be honest. I am going to see what's going on in the conspiracy world, but whether it's right or wrong, or who's right or who's wrong about what, whether I was wrong about something or right about something, I still ended up getting tipped off into a spiritual awakening. I don't like that term. Knowledge. I learned things. One of the biggest ones, man, and again, I'm not here to argue with you whether the earth is flat or not. I just know that in 2016, my roommate, my homie, Gary, rest in peace, Gary. He was in this flat earth stuff, and his dad was into it too. And, you know, it's a college house with some bros, and a battle started in the house. You know, Gary's trying to tell everybody that the earth is flat, and it's like, this dude's crazy. What is wrong with you? I've heard people saying that online, but like, what? This is weird. And then it was about a month of debating, and I had lost the debate. Sorry, like I'm a sensible fucking guy. When there's enough information that I can't refute or do anything about, you know. And to this day, I still kind of think the earth is probably flat, dude. That sounds nuts, but me saying that and you hearing it, oh, that sounds crazy, he's stupid. But in my brain, there's 100 things that it's just old news. I don't even remember. I can't even rant it off or recall it. But there's so many overwhelming things at a certain point. that you have to at least ponder the idea. But yeah, essentially, all right, I can't just say something and then just not like talk about it. That's a dick move. So the azimuthal equidistant map here. Let's use, because I know y'all want the fact checks these days. So the azimuthal equidistant projection. You see this? That is accurate. Whether it's a globe or flat, you can use this. Essentially, this could be like your map for a globe Earth too. What happens is it's right, it's flat, right? It looks flat. You basically take a ball and you put this thing over the ball, and it would, y'all know how circles and shit works. Look at the thing. Turn that to a sphere. So there's like your first way to, like, there's like your first moment where like the ideology starts to have a light at the end of the tunnel. Because that's, you say, oh, well, how could the Earth flat? Where would this be? Where would that be? It's just the equidistant azimuthal map being accurate. Something that was used in history for navigation. Now, if we want to start getting more nitty gritty with flat Earth stuff, some of it is like faith and a spiritual belief in things. But if you break down the physics behind a flat Earth, and then you break down the physics of a globe Earth, it's more scientifically feasible that the Earth is flat. It just kind of, once you learn all this shit that goes into this stuff, and again, the most flat earthers are going to be ranting like, oh, you're all brainwashed. Well, the fact that when people hear flat earth, they get mad, like people get mad at you for thinking the earth is flat. Like, why do you care what I think? Why the fuck do you care what I think? Like, just, so what? If it's really that dumb and stupid, why do you care about something so dumb and stupid? Why does it trigger people? It does. It really does. You say flat Earth, people, what are you talking about? How dare you? How dare you? They went to the moon. No, they didn't. Well, the people in the Challenger, they blew up. All those people are still alive. They found them. Somebody found them. They're all literally all the people on the Challenger. Some of them didn't even change their fucking name, and they're like PhDs at colleges. You can go look into it, bro. Dude, some guy literally, they were talking about it because they did online research. Somebody was digging into this shit with the Challenger, and they started like Google searching people's names that died in the Challenger, and they're like coming up on LinkedIn. So this dude, and again, you can say, well, that's just some internet stuff that somebody posted. Well, when somebody takes it, okay, this is the picture of the guy who went to the Challenger. We're now going to go to his house. He has the same name, and he looks exactly the same except older. Like, this is how you would have looked when you're older. And I ask, can you refute that? Can someone please give me a why? Oh, everyone that died in the Challenger had a twin. Yeah. Yeah. But no, I mean, a lot of these things too, they'll be like the flat earth that's the craziest thing. And then you'll give them a nugget. You'll throw them a nugget. I mean, like, refute this nugget. And they're unable to. And they go online and start looking, and they're still unable to. Now, again, at a certain point, I still would think that the globe is possible. I don't know I don't have enough evidence for myself, so I'm not going to sit here and be like, I'm a full-blown flat earther. But also, man, I'm into all that God of your own reality shit, so See, in my world, the earth is flat, and that's just, in your world, the earth is round. And that's just how we're doing this. And that's fine. As a whole, the flat earth community is toxic as fuck, and they're hypocrites. So I don't really vibe with that shit that much. I'm not a flat earther guy. I'm just saying that... let me drop another one. I'll drop another one. I've seen a video that had over... It had like... I forget how many... It was like in the hundreds. He had hundreds of examples of landmarks that should be hidden behind curvature, and they're not. You can go look that. You can go do that experiment for yourself. Go do the, what is it, Chicago to Detroit or something like that. Some dude took his P90X camera and zoomed in on the shit because they saw it on the news. The news guy said this is a mirage. They captured a mirage because this guy took a picture. He was able to get the Chicago skyline from like across the lake. And they tried to say it was like a mirror, a mirage. Because the guy was like, well, it dips below the curvature, so you shouldn't be able to see it. But what you're seeing here is a mirage. So this is what a mirage is. They can appear inverted. They can also appear upright or switch between the two. I feel like after that picture, they totally changed this because I totally remember them saying that all mirages were inverted. But again, so what they're saying, light bends upwards, creating an inverted image. So what they're basically saying is that the skyline from so far away, for some reason, whatever, the light bended. The light bends. See, that sounds dumber than saying the earth is flat. Oh, the light bends, yeah. The light, yeah. Everyone knows that light just bends sometimes when it fucking feels like it. But no, they're like refraction and going through air layers. That's a thing, right? Like refraction's a thing. I'm joking. Light can bend if it's refracted through something like an air layer that causes a mirroring effect. So anyways, perhaps what that guy got was a mirage. Perhaps, hey, that camera, perfect conditions. There's some kind of reflection going on where, okay, the earth is a circle. Okay, it's a sphere. So, you know, if you're at a certain point in the sphere, you can't see over here. That's the concept. And they're saying that the mirage somehow, through the air, because the air bended a certain way or reflected a certain way, you can now see something that's over here because it somehow reflected up. So that's possible. And then somebody took their P90X camera and just did it and zoomed in on it. And then they found 300 other examples around the globe. And it's just an overwhelming amount of things. Like, with that picture that they put on the news of the mirage, the conditions have to be perfect. So you're telling me on some random day, some dude who did it several times, repeatable shit, was just zooming in on that shit. And then they'd start doing it with a bunch of other stuff and all these things that should be hidden behind the curvature. And mirages, again, are rare. So that don't add up. Like, does that mean the camera... So the only way to refute that is that the camera, that somehow it's... But it's not... That's not a concept, right? No one ever... Have you ever heard anyone talk about, oh, at a certain distance, the camera, the lens, well, it will bend. Oh, it will bend. It can bend. Or like, oh, you're just seeing a reflection that's down here. And yeah, if we want to start talking about that, that's great. But I never heard anybody talk about that with cameras or anything like that. And I've seen flat earth debates where the flat earther brings that up, and you have some like PhD physics motherfucker who don't know what to say. He's like, fuck. And you know what they do? Even those smart PhD guys, they reflect. They start reflecting and coping. All these coping mechanisms, like, well, you said that. Ooh, ooh. Like, no, let's have a conversation and stay on topic, please. But you, how dare you? I'm a PhD. Don't you know I'm a PhD, man? That's ridiculous. Sir, are you able to refute what I'm saying or not? And they can never say no. They'll never admit that they can't. Well, there has to be something. Well, wait, PhD physics guy, shouldn't you know about that? The cameras that bend through the air? Yeah, you know about that. You're a smart guy. Fuck off. And then again, going back to the point where like we're brainwashed to believe in a globe, why would you get mad? And that's, again, I did. I got mad at somebody. I'm mad at my friend for arguing with me that the earth was flat. And then since I lived with this person, there was no escape from it. I had to keep refuting things. And then I was like, I'm not really refuting this. Every single time you bring something up, I don't know what to say. I try to research it. I can't find anything. You're winning. I'm losing. Like, every time I have to deflect into something else. And the other funny thing, too, is people will say something about like physics that is just not true. That you'll fact the glober, they'll say something about the globe or a detail about the globe Earth, and you just go on Google and be like, no, it don't work like that. Even your peeps are saying it don't work like that. Why would they want you to think that the Earth is round compared to flat? Because a flat Earth is probably more, it's more mystical in nature, and it's more of a realm, and it's more of a place, not a planet. And when you understand that we're at a place, a spiritual place, and here's my point: who gives a fuck where the Earth is flat? Me getting into this made me understood that this was a spiritual world, and it improved my life. Took a while, but getting into flat Earth improved my life at the end of the day. It taught me a lot how to look at things differently. Again, not really here to refute flat versus globe. I'm not particularly one side or the other. I lean to flat because of the spiritual shit that it opens up, and because it's just how I feel and gut feeling. Sometimes the gut feeling, I mean, I was at one point definitely a full-blown flat earther. I still kind of am. I just don't like to. I'd like to pretend like I'm not, because if I sit here and say the Earth is flat, you're gonna be like, "What the fuck's wrong with you?" If I sit here and say, "What if the Earth is flat?" You're gonna be like, "Man, that's crazy." Yeah, but what if, dude? Shit. What if the world is flat, bro? I mean, it could be a globe. Yeah, they told us it seems right, but. Shit. You know, you kind of gotta leave breadcrumbs. But anyways, Polly says, oh, that's a good one, Polly. The best advice I ever got was don't listen to anything you find on the internet. And you found that on the internet. Shit, what do we do? If the Earth was flat, how did Lindy fly around it? He just went around it like this. He still went around the world, right? This is your flat Earth map. Again, the azimuthal equidistance. It's a projection map. We're saying, hey, the Earth is round, but if you were to flatten it, if you were to take it off that shit, and if you wanted to make a flat map for it, it would look like this. And this is actually what they should be using in schools to teach geography. Because this is, you know how the map is so messed up. Like, you see how Africa Kitty, no. Stay down here and scratch my legs. So yeah, to that point, Polly, yeah, basically, Lindy basically used this exact map, and he just did that. That's what I would say to that. But yeah, this is whether the Earth is flat or not. This is a better map to use than what they use. It's flat out true. Flat out true. It really is, bro. And every single person that I've talked to that says, "Oh, I looked into it. I looked into it, but no, it's just crazy stuff." And you ask them, "Okay, so can you just name one thing for me that set you off that you didn't like?" If you're making a decision and just saying that you did the research? Oh, can you tell me one thing that you researched? Can you even let me see your YouTube watch history, bro. You didn't fucking research goddamn shit. Or maybe you looked into it and then you just watched the videos of people who are saying it's not flat. Damn, the Cleveland Cavs won by 40 points. Let's go, dude. Cleveland. Yeah. But yeah, man. And the Bible says, at the end of the day, let's get off that. At the end of the day, on a globe Earth, you are in the mainstream science, the eyes of mainstream science, you're kind of just a space monkey flying around on a spinning rock. That's kind of what's up. And you were a random creation. You were the Big Bang Theory. It just, some atoms did some. How did that? Foolish shit. Oh, the Big Bang. What is it again? Oh, it's the Big Bang Theory. Oh, it's a theory. Huh. Why does everyone just think that's how the universe was created when it's a theory? Weird. They use these spells on us, man. They be tricking people. But they want you to believe that you're a random creation. Like they want you to say, like, "Hey, this creation was random," and you're nothing special. You're just you're just biological organisms that came together and evolved into this. And if you're a human being and you believe in that, you're selling yourself short. Because we are intelligent creation, intelligent design. This world was created for us to experience it. And again, this is a realm of heaven and hell. We're here in heaven and hell to experience the parity of things. There's a lot of different theories about what we come from. I've talked in the past. There's this philosopher guy, my dude, Professor Newport. I have his books. Fuck, that's like one thing that would make me like fucking cry. This dude. He's not dead. I see him still posting stuff, but like he's like me. Nobody really watches him. I don't even know how I found the dude. He gets like 100 views and nobody ever pays attention, but some of the things he says are so unique and interesting and exciting that you can't get it anywhere else. Meanwhile, what the mainstream stuff that you're swiping through every day, admit it, for the people that are swiping, it's the same fucking shit. You're swiping through the same shit every day. It's the same fucking shit. It's just different. And again, all the people that are popular on this shit, it's the same bullshit. Like the realness, when you see a real person like that, he's old, man, lived his whole life interesting way and an interesting man, and not many people got to his message deserved to be heard more. And that's one of the things I hate about this internet shit. I fucking hate these clickbait creators. If this was the old days, I'd come and take what's yours with my physical hands. For real. I'd go take what's your live. I'm live. Oh, my million viewers. Let's do stupid shit. Like, I'm coming in your house and taking all your viewers. Go to my channel. See you guys later. Like, if I had my way, that's how I'd do it. But that's one way to get a stalking charge. I never got stalked. I never did none of that stalking. I mean, it sounds fun. Like, it just kind of sounds fun, I guess, but like to be all like mad at a girl and then stalk her. I don't know, dude. Like, cause you're all emotionally. Me, it'd be like a random person that I'd want to stalk, like someone I don't know, and just like see what they're about, dude. For me, it's not like an emotional, like, what's she doing? Does she have a new boyfriend? Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, I'm so sad. I'm hurt. Which is, hey, you know, it's breakups can be hard. Or they can't be. Or you can make them not hard. And really, time heals all wounds. But yes, the idea that you are a random space monkey, we got here randomness, you're lucky to be here. That mindset is not good and it's damaging. Like, the Big Bang Theory is legitimately a damaging theory. It is a damaging concept. Like, we are not some random boom. And then life, like, miraculously was randomly created. And science just throws out religion. Y'all know me, I'm not any one religion or another, but I think religious texts and stuff are very important. Extremely important. I think all of them have value. I wouldn't make an entire cult out of it like they do with all these different shit. Like, whether you're Buddhist, Hindu, whatever, Christian, like, it's all some cult shit. But... and I'm not trying to be mean, but what I explained it last night. If you take anything and you say, this is the one worldview, this is a worldview, and it must be right, and I put my faith all in this, that it must be right. I get that that's empowering for some people, but it's limiting beliefs. You're limiting yourself. And again, not some people, I guess it's good to have that structure, and I don't want to like dog on it because religion's typically positive. But yeah, anytime you try to describe the whole world and say, this is right, this is how everything works, and then you start like, you know, you go somewhere on Sundays and you're like praying and shit, and you're giving them money. My mom worked she worked for a church. She's a preschool teacher. I hear about where some of that money goes. You think they go help the homeless with that money you get? Nah, that's their Skrilla, dude. Don't mess with their Skrilla. You're gonna have a priest at your door, dude. He's got a red robe. It's red this time because they're coming for you. But yes, the idea of the flat earth opens up the idea that we're a very intelligent creation and that each one of us has a pathway to follow and that we should find that right path and go down it. So again, do you want to sit here and call me a crazy flat earther? I'm sure any of my friends, you know, on the Facebook or any of y'all, like, you're probably, what the fuck's this dude talking about? But at the end of it, it's enlightening to know that you are with purpose. That you're with purpose. Like, that's very enlightening. When you're told that you have no purpose and you're just kind of something that got like a machine type shit, right? Science kind of explains our existence. They try to get real nitty gritty with it, right? You're a bunch of cells. At some point, the Earth was perfect conditions, the one planet with the perfect conditions. Like, go watch the Powerpuff Girls if you wanted. I really am a flat earther, dude. Fuck y'all. Go watch the fucking Powerpuff Girls. Don't watch me. Go watch fucking Powerpuff Girls. Ooh, sweet and spicy. Yeah. You can come to the playground with me and my daughter tomorrow. We might. You can come with us. We'll take you to a bouncy house. You can go play in a bouncy house with my 4-year-old daughter. Like, get out of here. But I'm not trying to be mean. I know I'd be a little sassy with it, but that's what got me into a lot of this shit. Is a lot of these conspiracy people are very sassy and like, you're fucking dumb for believing in all this. And when somebody gets real with you, sometimes that's how you figure it out. When somebody gets real with you. I do want to... What's up with the conspiracy community? Honestly, would it be easier for me to go through the news and just be like... and do it myself? Who was the one guy? Dabu. I just want to know what they're talking about. Here we go. Oh boy.
This is Dabu.
One of the things I left the community for, the conspiracy community for, was even the truther community. Like, I'm not... It's doom stuff. It's just as bad as scrolling through shit. It's doomsday shit. I'm not going to sit here and try to, like... say the world's ending. That's a terrible viewpoint. Even if the world is ending and like the apocalypse is coming, like should we sit here and talk about it all day? No. This is Dabu. He's a big conspiracy guy. 500,000 subscribers. Prepare for the reset. And they think like Trump. Bruh, Trump's the one who got everybody to get the vaccine, you idiots. He rolled out Project Warp Speed. He is not the dude that y'all thought he was. The conspiracy theory community still is holding on to this fucking guy. He's the one that rolled it out to get the shot. And that's... I don't want to catch a community strike, so everything I'm saying here is for entertainment purposes only, and it's all a lie and a joke. But I'm pure blooded. I ain't take no shot, no booster. I'm pure blood. Y'all be tainted. Y'all got tainted. Dude, I found out the girl I was talking to didn't get the shot. I was so happy. That's such a like, you can't tell sometimes. And I seen like she had posted something about it. I was like, fuck yeah, dude, thank God. Pure blood. I was praying, dude, manifesting. Please. Not that, like, not that would be something that would, like, get me off someone or, like, make me not talk to someone or even judge them in a bad way. No, I wouldn't judge someone badly off that. But the fact that they didn't is like, yes, thank you. So yeah, they'd be talking about the end times and the conspiracy, nuclear attacks. And again, 8 days ago, 5 days ago, every single day this motherfucker's posting some things. End game, this is happening, that's happening. And not for a second do any of these people ever talk about how you can spiritually enlighten yourself. Like I literally do half of the time that I'm on here. I'm not snorting coke, you idiots. I don't really have enough of a community that would be like, he's on coke, but I just have a stuffy nose. Y'all know that. Dude, how about this winter, fellas? I have not. Remember how I used to get in the winters and I'd be all fucked? I'd be healthy, dude. Be manifesting this shit. Good health for me and my people. I got y'all too. That's why my manifestation should be so powerful, because I manifest for other people. Like me, personally, I got me, dude. I got me. I ain't too worried. I know how I'm so tuned into that shit. I've already done the work. I'm already in my wish fulfilled state. So I'd be trying to help get other people there through shit. For real, if it any girl that dates me is like, your mind is going to be opened. You know what I'm saying? Like eventually, like your mind, oh shit, this dude's onto something. I remember the first night, the night he met me, he said something about like, do you believe in magic? And they usually say like, yeah, you know, the people do. I like my magical people. But I mean, the person I'm talking to already understands that shit. So they get that shit. But more of like in the past, with past ones where it was girls that weren't in any spiritual stuff, and it was like, you believe in magic? And then that's not a sexual thing. Stop. I'm talking about real magic. That is, you know, that's magic too. Don't get me wrong. But I'm talking about magics in the air. And not just getting not just getting someone to fall in love with me. More like, I don't know. I wasn't this powerful in the past, so it's very new. But I am able to like affect people remotely, and not in a you can't if you do it. If you're manipulating people, like, that's just dark, horrible energy. But I manifest these positive things for people. My peeps. But yeah, all U.S. military bases enact heightened security measures. Like, they've been on this for years. And what they do is they look for anything in the news, just like I used to, that we can start, oh, they're doing this, they're doing that. Military equipment stolen from California bays. Huge event coming. How many times have you heard that? They always say that so that when something big happens, they can say, I told you so. Will America. AI warns of EMP detonated over Kansas. This is why I don't do that stuff anymore. Mystery lights. Bro, how many... It's just like, who knows? Somebody probably just made it and be like, the conspiracy dumbasses are going to eat this up. Like, do this guy even believe in all this stuff, or is he just a peddler? Trump calls for Israel to strike Iran. I don't know, dude. I don't follow this shit. I mean, that's all I need to see, that he thinks that prepare for the reset, that Donald Trump's your guy. You're fucked, dude. I'm not Republican or Democrat. I'm freestyle. And whether it's Republican or Democrat, both sides are brainwashed. Every single politician is a fucking puppet. I don't care if it's Trump, Biden, Nancy Pelosi, Mitch McConnell, whoever else. They're puppets. And they do what they're fucking told. And they put on a show and an act. And it's been like that. The only real one was JFK. What'd they do to him? He was like the only real one that kind of snuck in. Or I think that, well, the Kennedys were a political family, so like he had power and stuff, and he came from that shit and was kind of like born into that shit to be a president. You know, they get coddled their whole lives. They get trained for this shit. But I think he was kind of off the grid. He started going off the grid. He's like, fuck it. Fuck the deep state. We're going fucking rogue on them. And what happened? Like, he starts saying stuff about the secret societies controlling everything. And they shoot him like 2 days later. He gets assassinated. So yeah, I don't know. And it's fun. It's fun to look at like the bit like 9/11, some of those, but this what the truth community and conspiracy community has become is not something I can fit myself into any longer. I refuse to be some doomsday. We need to worry about shit. What happened, you guys? What happened when where did I end up? Being drunk as fuck on a live stream and going bananas. And saying 5G was mind controlling me. And that I needed help. Not a good path to go down, you guys. Polly says everything Elon Musk is doing now was done by Bob and Office Space. Oh, dude, that was a good movie. Classic. I haven't seen that for a while. When they're beating up the copier and they play that Ghetto Boys song. Die, motherfucker, die, motherfucker, die. Die, motherfucker, die, motherfucker. Wow, wow. Wow, wow. Dude, Milton. Dude with the glasses, Polly. Milton, dude. What are you saying? Jimmy Butler believes the Warriors are the best team he's ever been on. He says that about every team. I think he has. I'm a little worried about Jimmy, his mental health. I know he has bounced around, but like some of the places he left, like the Sixers, wasn't he on the Sixers and he dipped? Like the Sixers are, like Joel Embiid is not a championship level guy, dude. He doesn't, it's the same with Kevin Durant. Like there's a reason these men are not more like championship caliber. You can listen to what they say in post-game interviews and that they're douchebags and they blame others. How many times when I did the sports streams, both those guys, Durant and Embiid, I swear to God, it was once a week with both of them, they'd say something ignorant. Again, for sports, like I listen to what these people say and who they are as men, and that's who are my favorite guys. That's why I'm like not the biggest LeBron guy. I have to appreciate LeBron because he's from Cleveland. He's probably maybe the best basketball player of all time, like body-wise and make. But I get he's the best basketball molded human to ever play the game. But mentally, Michael Jordan and Kobe are ahead of him. LeBron don't. I don't want to say he doesn't have the dog in him. He obviously goes hard, but there's like something else. And it's kind of dark. Like Michael Jordan and shit. It's just, again, by their end, all wise men know that dark is light. And that ice cold. I don't know if LeBron's ice cold. He don't seem ice cold, huh? He's kind of cringy. Worse than I am. He's more cringy than I am. And then, yeah, the whole sell your soul to Hollywood type shit that he kind of went down. Like, dude, when did he move to LA? What was that, 2020? When did he leave the Cavs? Like 2019, 2020? Weird timing. But like to go to LA at that time even. I know it's even worse now. Like nobody's really moving out there unless you're up in the hills. And you get a good deal on a house. Even then, like LA isn't the hot spot unless you're going there to sell your soul. That's the only reason people actually move there. Like California smells evil. I swear to you. I got off the plane and I smelled evil in the air. And again, it's beautiful. It's dope. I'd love to go to vacation there and fuck around. It's cool. Like I fuck with California. I'm not a lame ass motherfucker. But you bet your ass I smelled evil. It's fucking in the air. It smells like sulfur and cigarettes. Dude, I seriously, man, there's been days where I woke up and like I had gotten drunk and smoked some cigarettes in the house, but it's like a different type of like, damn, you last night you were evil. Like it's a different feel. It's crazy. Every time I go out to the bar, if I didn't get any, if I didn't, most of the times I didn't. If I didn't like meet a girl or something, I'd be like mad and upset. Or when I got home from the bar, I'd go out and drink. I'd come home and I'd be upset, and it'd be like some mental breakdown shit, all drunk. Now when I go out without drinking, dude, I come home and I'm in a good, really, really good spot. Like I usually, it's a bit of a drive. I go out with my buddy who lives like 25 minutes away from me. So I'm driving home at, 3 in the morning. If we get into some heavy shenanigans, perhaps like 5 or 6. Whether you end up we ended up at like a Mount Union, the college Mount Union. We ended up at like some like sorority girls or something. And it wasn't like a sex fest, nothing. I didn't do nothing. And it wasn't even that vibe or that energy, it's just hanging out. But again, that's why I get invited to that kind of shit, because that's why we get invited to that kind of shit. Because it's not like any of those girls were inviting us to like fuck us. Maybe my dude kind of was doing well with the one. He brought one in, but I wasn't really on that. So for me, it's just a good hang. I'm just down for a good hang. But yeah, the night. But I be in a good spot now. And a lot of times when I'm driving home by myself, I think about all the positive things in my life. I think about what my friends mean to me. And my family and shit. And all the times I worked so hard, dude. A lot of my turnaround mentally was also a physical as well. And returning to hardcore training and hardcore cardio. Some of those 3-minute sprint outs that I did was like your body is now at its limit. Like I would do sprint outs, and I have like that shark in the water shit where when I get to that, your body's like, this is hard. When you're running, like this sucks, this is hard. You're breathing heavy and stuff. I smell blood in the water and I want more. I want fucking more, dude. Like that's just a little threshold we get to. Oh, now it hurts. Now is when the workout begins. But when you're continuing to sprint with your body and you're sucking in air and your body just needs more and more oxygen because you're expending it. And then I always go until I feel like I'm gonna puke, like I'm gagging. Or after it, I'm gagging, and I just dry heave. I'll dry heave a bunch. So that's just every sprint out I do is that, and that's one of the things that physical mental battle that I would just do every day. And even though it was only 3 minutes, it was in that 3 minutes everything you had. You're sprinting, you're running back and forth, giving everything. Little Benedict of the Doubt. I had a little Benedict of the Doubt moment that ended up not being Benedict of the Doubt. So this guy at work, they had a new temp come in because somebody quit. Which then they were saying they fired him, but it totally sounded like the boss, like the dude quit, and then the bosses were telling everyone they fired him. Like, it totally sounded like that, based on what I heard. Like, oh, so he went in there and got in an argument and then walked out and left and said he's not coming back. Oh, but you fired him. What? Hold up. And they be on that shit 100%. But anyways, I seen this dude. I was pulling yesterday, Monday. I seen him leave. And I was sad. Because, like, you know, a job's an opportunity for somebody to move myself forward. And I could see him pulling out. I'm a spiritual dude. Like, I feel shit. I could feel the sadness of this human being. And most people out there, out and about in the workforce, oh, he's a loser. He didn't do it right. Or we sent him home. Or, you know, or just not giving somebody a chance. You also, like, these little shitty shipping warehouses and stuff, like, the boss is always really mean. And then they, like, wonder why people don't do the right shit. You wonder why you go through a bunch of temp employees because you're mean to them, and that's going to affect their job performance. If I'm the boss, if I'm in a managerial role, which I'm sure I will be someday, like, I just have that energy, I'm going to be very positive to you. And this boss that I have has just been blatantly negative and mean for no reason. Is just a mean person that just doesn't seem capable of giving a compliment. And, like, that's fine. And I know people are suffering, people have hardships, but anytime you're a dick to other people because of your hardships, I used to be that person. I hate that version of myself. I don't want to use the word hate, but I don't hate these people. I try not to hate anybody. But you're doing the world a disservice and making it less of a good place. So, like, I don't respect you. I don't respect that shit one bit. Again, there's some people, dude, I make fun of people all the time. Y'all know that. But, like, just straight being rude and mean to someone face to face is something that I never do. Unless they're being a dick, and then, oh boy, it's a problem. Because, you know, I can go into that. Like, my dick is psychologically breaking you down, explaining to you why you're shitty and how you impact people in a negative way, and that people go through much harder things that you go through every single day and still treat people well. What the fuck's your problem? Like, go get a therapist. I feel bad for you, but do something else. Like, fix it. I'm down to get real with people. But yeah, I felt bad for this. I really just felt. And then I heard they're saying, like, oh, you know what they said, dude? They said that they realized he was there in the past and that he did something, like, wrong and wasn't cleaning the things properly. So they just tell you to leave. They just told this fella to leave. And that's really stupid. Like, you have an employee in your building. You could be nice to them, treat them well, work them up. Maybe it didn't work out last time and they fucked up. And maybe it was something they really should have not fucked up. I heard, like, he wasn't cleaning the thing right or something. Well, you could have just told the dude, hey, man, this is how you clean this. Just be super positive. Like, hey, man, I noticed that these really weren't cleaned properly. Like, I'm going to show you, you really got to get in there with this stuff, or it's not going to be the proper thing, and the customer could complain. Like, you got to give them people like a why and shit. You feel me? And the first part of as a boss, as a manager, the first why is I treat you well. You come into my workplace that I am the leader of, and I'm going to treat you well. I'm going to help you, and I'm going to give you as many opportunities as I can to make this shit work. Because if you don't work, then I got to go find somebody else, and you know, that's time management. It's a lot easier for me to show someone how to do something right than it is go dealing with the temp people and trusting another person to come in. And then there's also showing them how to do things right, and that gives them the why, and then explain, like, we do this right so that the customers, that we're doing the right thing here, and we're not having to deal with more problems, because the customer complains, then you're gonna have to clean this shit again and again and again. So just do it right the first time. You feel me? And if you ever need anything, come to my office. I'm here for you if you ever need to talk about anything. I don't think you should be allowed to be a boss or a manager if you don't have experience in, like, the counseling world and understanding how to build people up. If you don't know, I don't understand. Like, you just hire the manager who's been there the longest. Okay. It's stupid, because I'd be going in those places knowing damn right that I've had, like, probably, a job or two that was more difficult and more mentally exhausting than anything they've done in their life. So, like, I could sit there in that desk and do all the little numbers shit, that you do. Like, and then I'm also going to be a rock star as a boss and have good energy and good vibes and take care of my people. So yeah, it's kind of stupid. Like, hey, I could do your job a lot better than you. Like, what are you talking? You don't realize that, do you, honey? You don't know who you're talking to. But that's like 90% of the issues in the workforce is a shitty manager, and they're just not good energy. I don't care if they do the job right or perfect or whatever, or they know what they're doing. I'd rather train someone like me off the streets, because I know that they're gonna manage my humans the right way. If I'm the big boss and I want you as my manager. But I digress. But anyways, yeah, with that dude though. Okay, so last time it didn't work out. Do you understand the concept of people growing and people rising up from their mistakes in the past and trying to make things right? And there's some cases where people do a bad enough thing that whatever it is, you're done. But in this case, it sounded like somebody just needed to explain the guy that he actually had to clean the things. And now who knows what that guy went and did? It was 8 a.m. He could have went and drank and did something stupid. He could be in jail. When all that had to happen was one human had to treat you a little bit better. And maybe he would have turned his whole fucking life around. Maybe this would have been his big break. And again, with some of these temp jobs, you do get people that come in there for 2 hours and just leave because they're bored and they don't want to be there, blah, blah, whatever. And the employees, the ones who are like in already and not a temp, they always talk hella shit. Like, oh, these people, they don't want to work. They're losers. They don't get it. And me, the first thing I think when someone leaves like that is that person was experiencing pain mentally. And they had to leave. Like, they tried to work, but something ticked them off, or they were there hoping that they actually do things, and they're just standing around. And then being told, like, to not stand around, even though there's nothing to do. Like, yeah, shit like that. Or it's even, again, the way, that first thing, when you first go to the job, a new job, and you talk to the manager, the way, I don't give a fuck. You can be mean as hell to me. You can do whatever. I'm a company man. I'm there to do what needs to be done. But not everybody's like that. So if you're a fucking dick and you're an asshole and you're kind of saying asshole stuff and talking to people like children and shit like that, what do you think's going to happen when that's the start? Like, you're going to set someone going the wrong way. So yeah, I always feel for those people. And there was one guy who I really, he had issues. He kept coming back though, and trying to figure stuff out. And I talked to this human, and I felt like they were very intelligent and a good person, and that they were doing the right things for themselves and their family and their kids and their future. But these other people in his life you know, I think it was his baby mama and shit. Like, they weren't treating him well. And there's all these people that he's having to deal with and stick his neck out for that aren't treating him well. And honestly, in my heart, it does. Yeah, I mean, the fact that all you had to do was be nice. All we had to do was think, like, stop thinking about yourself and your own bullshit. I know you're the manager and you want to be all mean about it. And I'm not picking on one person in particular. You know, I've seen this shit all over the place. Everybody wants to act smart and like they're uppity. So when somebody sees somebody leave after 2 hours, they're like, oh, I'm here and staying. I'm a good worker. They are bad. Haha. And I try to never be like that. Sometimes, you know, as a man, when you do some badass shit, you're kind of like, I've done a lot of badass shit. I've done some stupid shit, but I've done some badass. Not like harming. People think badass means like getting in fights. I'm not talking about any of that shit. Have I charged a group of 5 men before? Hell yeah. But I don't brag about it. That's toxic. But just some of the times I've showed bravery in my life, you know, and some of the things that I'm not afraid of that other people are afraid of. Yeah, like, I'm not stupid. I'm not trying to say I'm better than anybody, but, you know, sometimes it just adds up. I need water. Oh, there's some right here. Fantastic. But yeah, I'd be a Benedict of the doubt, man. Benedict of the doubt. I think a lot of people deserve it, dude. A lot of times you get to know some of these people and they're good people and they have good ideology with their spoken word, but what's going on in their head, you know, they might be suffering. And people just don't seem like they want to pick each other up ever. Like ever, dude. Everybody's about themselves and shit. But yeah, it's fucked up. I feel that emotion that I got pulling in. Like, I see this guy leaving. I can feel the sad. Like, I feel that shit. I feel sadness. And yeah, it made me a little sick. Cause I know that I'm like, that boss is a fucking bitch with a fucking 80-inch stick up her ass. That's none of my business. If you want to be like that, that's fine. I'm gonna come in, work for you, do my best. There's sometimes I'm gonna have an appointment, or if my body is completely failing me, I'm not. I'm gonna try to come into work, but I might have to leave if I'm dying. Other than that, man, I'm there to work for people. But then, yeah, I feel like even as like a temp, like you just get that. You can tell they're treating you like. Because a lot of temp employees is people getting their lives together. That's what these companies don't fucking understand. These people are trying to get their lives together. Fucking putting in effort. Conscious effort. Are you like, in my head too, like, that's not even my boss. The people that I actually work with next to me who tell me what I need to do throughout the day, that's my bosses. I listen to them. You're just my schedule. The boss in there, you're just my schedule. I need this. I got an appointment, which I do have hell appointments sometimes. Sometimes not. Usually not, but. And again, same shit with the dude that quit. It sounded like that he was having some issues and some struggles, and that as a boss and a leader, you would need to counsel this person and help them. Like, how someone even ends up in one of these jobs as the leader of a place. Like, if your manager style is to only talk to people when they fuck up and do something wrong and then be a dick about it, where in your mind do you think that they're happy working under you and for you? Where in your mind have you realized that you've negatively affected this person? No? Anyone? Like, if you're the bitch, I try to put myself in people's shoes. All right, I'm the bitchy boss. Again, I'm not picking on my boss. I'm talking in general. Why wouldn't you want people to do their best? And wouldn't you not want people talking behind your back in a negative way? Like, you have to know. Like, you have to fucking realize that everyone there is, like, rolling their fucking eyes with some of this shit. And again, I'm not... This one that I have, it's fine. Like, the lady's pretty... She's chill. Might chew you out if you fuck up, or... I don't know. They also might send you home out of nowhere. Like, they're weird, bro. Even if you do extra work, they just don't notice. Some of them, it's just, yeah, you get unnoticed. But again, I don't need any of these motherfuckers to throw me a bone. I dig up my own bones. I throw other people. I'm at the point now where I can throw other people a bone. I can be the bone. The boner. Alright, what are we at? 10:41. I'm tired as fuck. Alright, that was nice. I need to be mean now. There's a new character out there. His name is Lefty Gunplay. He's a rapper, I think. I guess basically I just cannot let this guy exist without me dogging on his ass. So I only know of this man's existence because they get you on fucking Snapchat. And when I go on Snapchat, I don't just look at everyone's story. It's only like a couple people I thought like, I want to see what they're up to. I want to see what they're up to. You, boring. Yeah, okay. Like, I'm still so selective. But I see him on like the Under thing, and you just see the image and you click the stupid thing and you start listening to what they're saying, and they get you watching all the mainstream bullshit. So this guy, he's always got his boobs out, which is okay, I guess. If you're gonna be a shirtless guy though, I just feel like maybe you should work out a little. Like, not that he doesn't work out, but he looks like the guy that worked out in prison to fit in. And when he got out, he went straight to McDonald's. Like, yeah, the chest is there. He does push-ups, and that's about it. But yeah, they think that he's like wise or something. Like, I don't know what it is, or I don't know what. But he's always getting interviewed. And I always see some of this. It's stuff that gets mistaked as advice. People think some of the things that these people say is like advice. And again, I'm willing to hear anyone out, and maybe we'll find some positive things about this guy. But the arrogant attitude and the way he talks about things and the way he talks about himself, you can tell that he is a selfish man. He wants the clicks, views, fame, and money. And if that's what you're in it for, I'm against you. Look, I'd like fame and money. That's great. That's not why I'm here. If that's why I was here, I would have quit doing this shit a long time ago. But he's a rapper. I think that maybe he was in a Kendrick Lamar song. I've never heard any of his songs. Maybe he's good. I don't know. Who cares?
How did you get Kendrick to give you so much airtime?
I just did it in Mustard, and Kendrick Lamar were in the studio with me, and they said, "What the hell you just say?" I just seen them bouncing their heads, Mustard and Kendrick, and the rest is history.
And I said, no, he did rhyme. He rhymed hilarious with hilarious, and then hilarious, and then hilarious again.
#1 song in the world. Beat Mariah Carey, Taylor Swift. Off the front words, so whatever we did, it worked. I'm more money than you.
I know, I'm sure.
I believe.
When there you go. I got more money than you. I take one look at you. And again, I'm not judging him off his look. It's more of the words he says. He looks kind of cool and badass, like a gangster or something, you know? He looks cool. But you start talking about, I have more money than you. Well, I've discovered some spiritual break the matrix things that you'll probably never discover for your entire fucking life, because you're going to get rich off this stupid little fame. You're going to spend all your money on dumb shit. You're going to be broke and probably a homeless junkie. So that's great that you have more money than me. Because when you're a homeless junkie, you're going to be sad. When I end up a homeless junkie, I'm going to have fun because I don't give a shit. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not going to end up like that. But yeah, especially like if you get hood rich and you get lucky and you're this guy that got to be on Kendrick Lamar's song and you're coming up through this social media and getting all these interviews and stuff. I get that he has to be the personality. That's what gets him here, but I don't know if do you think he worked hard? You think this man's a hard worker? Does anyone, dude, rappers are talented people. They go get fucked up in the studio and make music. And it comes out good because they're talented, not because they really worked that hard. Someone writes their lyrics for them. Somebody makes the beat for them that makes people actually listen to your garbage. Because if you listen to rap music and turn off the beat, it just, oh. With the beat, though, it's kind of fun. Like, fuck yeah, dude. But without the beat, it's like, you're a degenerate piece of shit. And I kind of would think the world would be a better place without you. Like when someone be like, yeah, pimpin' hoes, and the beat's going, it's cool. But then it's like, pimpin' hoe. That's horrible. That's bragging about sex trafficking. Jesus fucking Christ. You're bragging about human slavery. You're whoa. I thought y'all thought that was bad. Okay, moving on. Why is it the black rappers who are saying stuff about pimping hoes? Just saying. I thought we agreed that we're not going to do that anymore, you know? Like, y'all, slavery is still alive, fellas, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm not saying that we're all slaves to the man. Nah, dude. I'm talking about sex trafficking. There's nothing more filthy, garbage dumpster of a fucking human. And I wouldn't waste a second turning your brain into spaghetti with that shit. Like some of the movies that you watch about that shit, like the just evil, dark shit. Like we're past that as a humans. Like no. But people be buying the prostitutes, you know? It's fucked up. And you gotta blame the consumers as well. But yeah, man, manipulation and that kind of stuff, it's still around and happening. And obviously, when the Europeans bought a bunch of Africans and made them slaves, that was bad and that was not good. But that happened. That was a while ago. We're past that. But I guess not. I'm just saying, why is it, I don't know. I don't really think I've heard a white rapper talking about pimping hoes, but that's okay. Just saying. I'm just throwing that out there. I'm not racist and shit, but there's just certain things that are like a little fishy. And I'm not saying that means anything about anybody. Like, we're all humans. We're all the fucking same, no matter your skin color and shit. But, yeah. I say that as a challenge to not pimp hoes anymore. Rappers, please stop pimping hoes. And then putting it in the music with beat dopamine. The beats make your brain produce dopamine and shit. And then you listen to that and like think it's cool. And it's not. It's definitely not. I don't know. No, see, Polly, Eminem was saying 2 trailer park girls go around the outside because he was able to attract 2 trailer park girls to have some fun with. And look, Juicy J is one of my favorite rappers, but he be talking about pimping too much. It's like, so you're admitting at that point that you're such a fucking scumbag human being that you're not capable of doing anything else, where you have to do something so fucking harmful to someone else and ruin their life so that you can make your money. And then yeah, I like your music, Juicy J. I'll still listen to it, but you as a man, no respect. And if you really were out there pimping hoes, if I see you in the real world, it's green light to fight you. Basically, yeah. And I go out to the bars and all that. I never get offered, I've never had anybody ever offer solicitation of prostitution to me. Because, like, come on. He don't need to do that. You know what I'm saying? He's a happy, glowing, attractive male. I think he'll be all right. We don't need to ask him. It's more like the sad guy that gets solicited. I hope I do. Like, I'm being solid. What you fucking ask? Sarah over there in the corner has been just eyeballing me all night. Okay, I don't think I need to pay for any of that shit. Not that I'm like that, and I go be trying to hook up and shit. Especially, I have a romantic interest. Dude, you guys, I'm not even beating my meat. And you know me, dude. I'm not one of those, like, jacking off makes me sad. Like a bitch. I don't give a shit. But I haven't, ever since I started talking to this person, no pornography. I've been getting cheated up. Couple of dreams. You wake up and, yeah, but you know what? It's powerful. This is a powerful thing to do for your mind. I've noticed, like, so many benefits from not watching pornography or self-serving yourself. It's pretty dope. The whole no-fap thing, I think I guess it's crazy to think about that. And I've grown as a man. I used to, even if I was in a relationship, still give Jill a little bit attention. But I don't know, this time around, maybe, I think part of it is me obviously growing as a man. And if I'm, like, romantically interested in someone and they're showing interest in me and we're spending time together and having good moments, how the fuck could I go home and want to look at another girl naked? There was one day where I was, like, kind of spazzing, and, you sit down and do your thing, and I'm just like, no, I don't want to I don't want to do this. I can't do this. I could never cheat, bro. Especially, yeah, now. There's just no way. I'm not, yeah. I'm in a slow moving, growing, talking phase. And I stopped watching porn. And it's only been like, it was like the first week of meeting this person. I was like, yeah, I can't do that no more. Now look at Lefty Gunplay. That's a guy who fucking beats off, dude. If I ever seen one. I got more money than you, Holmes. Don't you know, Holmes? Don't you see this shit? Hey, Lefty Gunplay. I impact people better around the world and have a better impact to society than you. I don't care how much your chain is worth. You're physically as weak as you are mentally. I would probably just headbutt you or whatever. It would just be like one hit, and you would feel my force, and you would be afraid of me, and you would not want to do battle. Honestly, just, everybody's kind of like this. Most people can just get a quick gut shot in, and it shuts them off. And you hit the right shit, it's like the left. See, I need to get better at this kind of stuff, but yeah. If you get like a kidney shot or like a liver shot, the motherfucker's going down. And everybody's all, And I practice kickboxing too, so that's a large part of what I'm probably going to, I'm gonna shadow kind of a hook. And then my right leg is coming and my shin is hitting your side, and it's that guy just look at him. He's going down or he's going to be in pain. He's not going to want to continue doing the man dance. Like, you think I'm scared of you because you got money, Holmes? Hey, yo, home, dog. Yo, with his hands always. Yo, Holmes. I might just flex or growl at you. Like, like this dude more sussy than I am, for Christ.
And I said, no, he did rhyme. He rhymed hilarious with hilarious, and then hilarious, and then hilarious again.
#1 song in the world. Beat Mariah Carey, Taylor Swift. Off the front words, so whatever we did, it worked. More money than I apologize. I appreciate your apology. But I got a Grammy.
So he's this basically he's a rapper who got a feature on Kendrick and then started going on social media and saying stupid shit in interviews.
Yeah.
I'm getting a Grammy. I'm on Power One.
Oh, and he talks about like getting girls a lot. He did this thing. He was like, "What you gotta do, man? You see the group of girls, and you don't talk to no pretty one. You go up and you chat with the homegirl, with the bigger one, and then the women will see that, oh." You know what I do, bitch? I dive bomb the group, say a bunch of cool shit, and then say, "See you around." Bitch. You need to play this weird, the art of attraction and stuff. If you're not to be attractive, you just be yourself and the best version of yourself. That's it. Like all this pickup lines. Say this, say that, do this, talk to the homegirl. It's cringe as fuck. And I understand, Lefty, if you need to do that, if you need to do all these things to attract somebody, but I kind of don't. And you notice how none of these guys ever talk about turning girls down and or avoiding those situations? Because I'll grow your ass as a man real fucking quick. I got a quick trigger. Like, I've blocked people fast. Like, you don't get another, like, because, and again, this was like, these are, once you get past that first week with me, you're good. You're good to go. You're in. You're in. But that first week, by the end of it, like, if I'm like nervous or something don't seem right, or someone does something to me in real life that I don't like, or they say something, like, I just ghost. But, oh, fuck, Kitty, that hurts, man. You're killing me out here. And again, I'm not saying like, oh, you have to be perfect to date me. I'm just saying like, if you're a shitty person and I figure that out, I'm out of here. And yeah, like I'm not gonna keep talking to you just so I can try and like get in your pants. Like if you're not enriching me or growing me, I'm out. Like I'm not gonna keep small talking all day with somebody and giving them my time when I could be opening. I could open myself for the right person, and it seems to be what is working out for me right now. And did I pick this person up? No, not really. We just hit it off, and we seemed like people that would like each other. Pretty simple. But yeah, these guys never really talk about, it's always like the art of picking up a woman, and they never really talk about spiritual stuff and relationship stuff. It's always like trying to get some pussy. Which is great if you're like a pathetic loser. No, I'm just kidding. My homie's a player, and I respect his playing. I respect. But not for me. Not for me. And as I said, all the people I've ever met that like sleep around, like they end up being like, you have a conversation, they're a little vanilla with shit. Like, I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, that's why I'm here, because assholes like this are up there, and he's talking about how much pussy he gets and how much money he has, and then the kids see that and they want to be like that. I know we didn't really even talk about much of what he's saying.
Are you on Pro 106?
No.
I'm on Pro 106.
Yeah.
92.3. I got the keys to the city. I'm the main head of OTR Records. What else have I done?
You received the opportunity to feature on a song with Kendrick Lamar.
Sir.
And you say a total of 4 words.
I don't know who this guy is, but he seems very choochish to me. I don't know. I don't like him.
Yes, sir.
And I've never seen an essay so short with words.
Artistic.
You're all.
Yo, homie kind of look like me. What the fuck? Hey. You're autistic?
Autistic?
Artistic.
Oh, okay.
That was funny, dude. Does he look like me? Maybe it's just this shit.
Right. How did you get Kendrick to give you so much airtime?
Come on, we all know you suck Kendrick's dick. Don't lie to us.
Just did it in Mustard and Kendrick Lamar were in the
You sucked off DJ Mustard and Kendrick Lamar. Got you, dude.
studio with me, and they said, "What the hell you just?"
It's just my main thing with this guy is the arrogant fuck. We don't even need to worry about what he's talking about. He's another one of these arrogant fucks that's getting all this attention, that's force feed down our throat. Kind of obvious at this point that there's a kind of an agenda to make people dumber. And like, I know I say things like that, but when I post something that has good spiritual value, like shorts, I've posted lots of shorts in the past, good, simple, easy knowledge, just good shit. And then I post a video of me French kissing a dog, and that's what gets the views. And when that's a repeatable exercise, when I notice a very clear correlation that When I say something more intelligent, it gets less views. And when I say something stupider, it gets more views. And with a short, like, it's either... It's not like your short is based on 10 people liking it and then you get more views. It really just kind of either shoots it into the algorithm good or it really don't. So me noticing what shot me into the algorithm and what didn't. Yeah, I have a large real sample size with my own eyes. I'm not sitting here trying to be a conspiracy theorist saying, oh, they're after us. I'm just saying, like, I noticed that shit. The dumb stuff gets me more views. And why is he funny?
You say, I'm a criminal, I'm a gangster.
How did you get Kendrick to give you so much airtime?
I just did it in a...
I didn't think you would
I'm
be
a
upset.
superstar now. I'm on another level, I'm a superstar now, big dog.
My bad, criminal.
You know what I'm saying?
I was just trying to, you know.
I'm literally about to get a Grammy.
Oh, yeah?
You know what I'm saying? I'm about to get a Grammy.
And he's clearly tweaking on drugs. Not real hard to see. Unless he just fucking shotgunned a monster, but that's twax type shit. When you start talking like that and start being like... I have a little bit of a hood slang sometimes, and it's just... I guess I live in Akron. I went to college there, and yeah, fair share of trap house type shit. Nah, I never lived in a trap house, but I have been there to purchase some things. I've seen some guy talking about, they're like, damn, do you live in the hood? Like, why do you talk like that? And he's like, nah, just drugs. Like, it was the drugs. Like, I got an accent from drugs. And I was like, damn, that makes sense to me. Now I understand. Because it's not like I was with hood people all the time. I've never, like, dated a black girl. When you date someone, you'll pick up, like, some of their slanguage and accent. Because you're just with them and talk to them a lot. But yeah, come on, you guys. I mean, we're 2:10 into this thing. How many times I had to pause and just say, pause? That you're like a gangster. And I get the term gangster it's changed. If you want to talk about someone that's in a gang, you don't refer to them really as a gangster. Gangster's more like some gangster shit. Let's fuck them up. like me, I consider myself a gangster in a way. Like, part of the gangster thing is you're not afraid. Like, you can't be that afraid of shit. That's kind of where, like, the coolness kind of gives it a little taste of coolness, the whole gangster life. Just because it does require bravery. You might go to prison or jail or die, so you have to be okay with those things. On a day-to-day basis, you're just going to be too scared. But you can apply that same energy and just be a good person. Like, am I afraid? What am I afraid of? I talked about this last night. Am I afraid to, like, die? Like, face my own mortality? No. Would I be afraid of a long prison sentence? I don't do bad shit that would get me that anymore, but... No. I've been in a few situations where I felt like I did something that could have got me a warrant if the wrong person saw what I was, not like bad, but it's like running red lights or something, being drunk at 5 a.m, running red lights around town. I don't know if that'd get you prison, but I was all fucked up. I might have ran from the cop. I might have tried to run. Like, yeah, you don't know. But yeah, whenever I did something like that, I'd be like, yeah, I'm not trying to go to prison or jail, but losing my freedom is what I was afraid of at that point. not afraid of like getting harmed in there. And they'd be after me. Oh, in prison? Well, they'd be after that pussy. But not if I take yours first, my boy. Not if I take yours first. That's the mentality. First day in prisons. No one's taking this booty. I'm taking everybody's booty in here. If you want to beat me up, beat me up. But no, people can feel that energy. Fear can be fear. Like if you walk into jail and you're all in prison and you're scared, they're gonna jump on that as an opportunity to someone to fuck with. If you're not scared, they can tell, and they're like, "Okay, you're a real motherfucker. Welcome." That's how my experience was. I woke up from my slumber. It was time for chow. It was time for it to eat. Bro, I was like, honestly, when I woke up, the thought process in my head, like I'm a very like, all right, my mind is focused on like the present, especially in problems. So if I'm in jail, I'm thinking like, all right, I'm in jail and this sucks, but can I trade a tray for some drugs? Like, let's see. Like, if I'm going to be here another day, I was literally looking like they did the med call and you see the people going to get their meds. And then I would kind of like track their behaviors and see who might be on what. Now, I knew I was getting bailed out, but, you know, you never know. You get lost in the system. Somebody comes to bail you out. They're like, oh, I don't know. I don't see his name. Sorry. That shit happens, I heard. Or maybe the person just lied to him and they really never tried to pay their bail, but so yeah, when the first conversation, the pod boss comes up to me and he kind of like politely says, "What are you in for?" Like it wasn't like a tough, like the dude, the pod boss in there was looking out for everybody. And if you're new there, they help you and teach you, all right, this is how shit goes in here. I didn't once, not for a second, felt like anybody was trying to man up on me or anything. It really, prison, jail for the most part, I know they have the TV shows and stuff, whatever. The thing that sucks about it is that you're there. If you're not a bitch, you're not really going to have, you might get in arguments with people and bullshit, but you're not going to be like, oh, like living in fear and getting picked on or messed with because they smell that shit. But again, going back to this dude, I mean, talking about winning a Grammy, I'm going to be this, I'm that, I'm this, I'm that. You know, I go out there every day in the world and prove my baller and my gangster. In my actions, in the way that I impact people. And for me, my gangster is not being afraid at all and not even being afraid of my past or how people think of me or how people look at me. That shit. Does anyone think this guy's tough? And at a certain point, is this guy popular because people are just making fun of him? I would think, right? What do the comments say? I don't really read this thing. What do people think? All right, they're making fun of him. Please tell me this is satire. They're getting called gay. Loser. Everyone in the room is now dumber for having to sit through your random, incoherent rambling. And see, this is the problem with the internet these days. Because what happens? Guy like this gets propped up, and now everybody's fucking pissed. Everybody feels the need to go in the comment section and say something because he sucks. He doesn't deserve the money. He doesn't deserve fame. But what is fame nowadays? Fame isn't necessarily like a good thing. Fame anymore through the internet, you're more infamous. Like, you're known as the guy who's a dumb piece of shit, like Lefty Gunplay. You're known as that ignorant asshole. But my main thing is, like, these guys never talk about sex in a spiritual way. They're always just like, I'll be picking up chicks. If you do this, you gotta do this to pick up the chicks. It's like, that's like, you're basically just admitting that you're not attractive and that you have to try to find some way to be attractive. And I'm not saying that in a physical sense. A lot of girls would be into this guy with tattoos and the chain and all that shit. Dude, my chain from TJ Maxx, it's like $10. But people have legitimately walked up to me and asked me, where do I know you from? I don't know. My YouTube don't give views. You don't know me from YouTube. It's vibe energy shit. Do you think anybody asked him if he's famous on the streets? Like, oh, who are you? Do I know you? I'm sure they do. Let me get a picture. You're Lefty Gunplay. But let's say you've never heard of this guy. You don't go on the internet. You see this guy on the streets. Or maybe you hear him start talking. I would assume that he's tweaked out on drugs and homeless. I think a lot of people would. So yeah, I don't know. I thought he was going to say like at least something wise, but this is an idiot.
I really am. I'm about to get a Grammy. The favors in me more getting a Grammy are more in my favor than me not getting a Grammy. I'm speaking into existence. I'm about to get a Grammy.
So are you like an illegal immigrant or are you like American?
Oh, I'm an American.
Oh, yeah?
Yes, sir. United States of America. I'm proud of it.
Did you vote?
Oh, I did not vote, but I'm off parole.
Oh, you couldn't vote?
I was busy.
Doing what?
Trying to get a Grammy.
Oh, okay.
See how his shit's... He's tweaking. He's on drugs.
Are you like a lefty in politics too?
I'm lefty because I can't get right.
Because you can't get right?
Yeah.
Oh boy, here we go, dude. Ladies, if you meet a man, you like him, and within the first month, they like trauma, they start being all like, I went through this, oh, it was so hard, it's still so sad. Like, all, you know what I'm saying? I don't even know if they actually like you. They probably just like you as a woman because you're cute or something. Like, they probably don't actually fucking like you. First things first. Because if I really like a girl... Now, again, this is manipulation shit, and y'all ladies need to stop falling for this trauma bonding shit. On average, a woman will go through more than a man, just because most, like, yeah, men mistreat women, pretty common. Even, like, good marriages, dude's kind of a piece of shit. Drinking, you know, I don't know, not... But for the most part, you know... It's not really this glowy, magical thing that everybody tries to act like it is when you first get married. Because... And men do this trick. They do this trick. It's a trick that they do. They start going over all their trauma, and they make it seem worse than it is, so that the woman feels bad for you, and that's what makes them kind of like fall for you. That, oh, you poor guy. Well, someone does need to be there for you. Like, even if I had horrible shit that happened to me, if I really like somebody and like you as a person and see you in my future, I ain't gonna... Hell no. I ain't gonna be like, oh, they call me Lefty. I just can't get it right. They always screw me over. Man, I'll be up in my head. Like, dude, we're supposed to be men, better than that. Oh, look, I've been there. But not no more. And then, so he's gonna do the sappy shit now. Here we go.
I think you're right, but I'm trying to, I'm trying to do something for my people, and I'm trying to tell the story of the Latino people.
Yeah.
What story? Dude, we know Latino people exist. They have their own fucking country and their own fucking culture. And it exists in America, too. There's plenty of Latino pockets in America that are well established and been here for a long time and functioning well and doing just fine. And here you are, like, trying to be all the Latino, what we've been through. And it's like, oh, dude. Like, there's so many communities that are doing just fine. So, like, what's the whole of this Latino? We gotta tell the story of the Latino people. I mean, you can just go read, like, history if you're interested in that shit. They've done some great things just like every race has. It's like, that's your mission, the Latino people. But what is he going to talk about? He's going to talk about all these negative things that people go through, instead of saying, oh, these are all the instances that the Latinos were strong. Here's all the great things that they're doing now in these great communities. I'm here talking about Latino communities being good and functioning for a long period of time and harboring life in a good way. And he's going to be all sad and not even talk about the good of something, because negativity is what gets clicks and views and shit. Why is it that way? Seems like the algorithm's fault. Again, I have evidence. I have real evidence of posting a bunch of shorts and seeing what does well and what doesn't.
It's not a joke. Like, I don't take this as a joke, and I take the opportunity I've been given, and I'm representing my people in the right way. And I'm gonna tell her. Also,
crossed leg, sign of weakness in a man. When you cross your leg, like, that hurts my dick, and I'm average size. I'm clocking in slightly above league average. And, like, that hurts me. So you have a small dick. All right, that's the end of the discussion, you guys. We figured it out. Dude's just got a small dick. He's upset about it. That's his whole thing. Next. we cracked the code. Lefty gunplay just has a small dick. That explains everything. I knew we'd get to the bottom of it. Look, he's drinking his vodka. There goes your normal testosterone levels. Yeah, drinking your liquor. You smell it. I smell that shit. Like, the ancestral dog in me is telling me, like, this person is bad for society. And they're taking in wealth. They're somehow making this money and wealth so that they can just be a dick. I'm gonna come take what's yours. If it was the old days, when you were a dick, dude, you had to deal with the town and the pitchforks. They're like, we're done with this fucking guy, dude. That's how it used to be. If you were Richard Cranium, if you were a dick, you'd have a bunch of people at your house with pitchforks and torches, and they're going to burn your house and you. And that's exactly again, negative impact to society, siphoning wealth. He's not earning wealth, he's siphoning. He's a little siphon. He's a fucking vampire. And in general, I've noticed I don't know about women. Women that have tattoos, it does seem to be a correlate to toughness. I've noticed women with tattoos. Men, on the other hand, totally different story. I definitely have a good sample size of like, oh, women with the seems like they're a little tougher, like for real, like that, and that not just physical toughness, but like like they've gone through shit and been through shit, and still are kicking and fighting. Men, on the other hand, I have noticed the exact opposite. Sorry. I've noticed the more tattoos. Not always. My homie has hella tats, and a few of my homies have hella tats, and those are my dudes. But like out and about in general, and the energies I read off people, yeah, the more tattoos, the more fear I'm smelling. It's just, yeah, it's just how it is. I don't know. I do want to get some shit. Like I want my numbers. I want my 444 just on like right here. Just a little something on the hands to complement my hands. And because, yeah, I've got these certain recurring numbers in my life that's been a long. It's been like 6 years of seeing 444 on the clock, dude. And 1111s. And I know some people be like, well, your brain gets function to look at the clock at that time. Nah. God of my own reality. Hey, if that's what you think, that's great, guys. I want you to be the god of your reality. But I'm just saying, yeah, I don't know. I have not noticed that tattoos would correlate to toughness as a man. But women, yeah. But yeah, I don't want to be too like I like the Lamborghini ideology. Like you don't put a bumper sticker on a Lamborghini. And it's more of a spiritual thing, kind of, I guess. I don't know. But I also am attracted to tattoos. I think that tattoos look good on men and women. I'm just saying, though, it's definitely not a sign of toughness. It's not like a guaranteed, like, oh, tattoos equals toughness. I get the people's ideologies like, oh, well, they got to stick a needle on your arm and it hurts. Come to the gym with me and do my workout. Come hang with me. Then we'll talk about pain. A little prick on your arm. Hey, a little pinch. Don't even hurt from what I hear. Come into the you want to see what the lion, I don't see Simba with no tattoos. But no, again, as far as women go, I actually do prefer like a tatted up girl. That's kind of, I'm into that shit for sure. Like I'm not dogging on tattoos. I think they're pretty dope. But I gotta do me. And there's at one point I was like, yeah, pull some bitches, get some tats in my past, but I just do see sometimes people saying some shit like that. Like, do you think Lefty Gunplay gets any moment in his entire life has he had the urge to die in battle? Me, every time I go to the gym, I turn on the Foggy Dew, the Irish folk song about the Irish people standing up and fighting and human sacrifice for your nation and for the things you love and care about. This shit gets me piped up, dude. I'll shed a tear, man. Be like, this is it. I convince myself when I go to the gym, this is it. This is my chance to die for a noble cause. Think Lefty Gunplay ever thought about that? What do you think this idiot thinks of in his head throughout the day? Oh wait, here's him saying dumb shit.
I was gonna sign with Interscope. I was gonna sign with Columbia, and I could have signed with them or Warner Brothers.
So you got a situation.
No, but I did though. I signed with Sony Entertainment, with Alamo Records, with O3 Gritos, a label, and they gave me the money basically to not sign because he said I was selling myself short. So at the time, I'm gonna sign with Interscope. I'm gonna sign with 300.
Holy shit. God, my brain. I saw with Interscope. He's on drugs making up shit. He's on fucking Flocka or something. You look it up and he's just never even made it. Does he even have a song? Lefty Gunplay. I never heard any of his music. Let's check it out. Okay, here's his YouTube. Okay. So when you type him in, stuff about him getting arrested. Okay, let's go to his channel. Bitch, please. Nigga, dude, what the fuck? 87K? But you ain't winning no Grammy or getting signed by Interscope. You fucking clown. You fucking idiot. Welcome to the wild, wild west. I ain't scared of anything out west. I'm a crazy white boy from Cleveland. You don't want to play with that algae-infested lake water, people. Look at this. Hold on, wait. Where's that thumbnail of him getting... Oh. Yeah, here we go. There's your thumbnail, guys. Like... Okay. All right, we get it. You got laid. Nice, man. Like, you want a fucking cookie, my dude? I'll tell you, if I was a rapper, which I probably can rap because I can talk fast and shit and control my voice well, but yeah, feel my pain. Well, sir, you would be able to overcome your pain if you weren't so fucking obsessed with pooling bitches and all that shit. You'd actually be able to, like, be with yourself and grow yourself spiritually and mentally and avoid that type of behavior. That's how you heal yourself and rebuild. So your pain, feel my pain, and he's having sex, it's kind of like that sexual intercourse is giving your brain a dopamine, serotonin release. And that's getting you through the pain. But really, it's such a spiritual thing that you should not be using like that, and that's what's causing your pain, dumbass. All right, let's see most viewed, popular. So apparently this has 3.3 million views. Again, most of these views are like he randomly just got famous on like Adam 22 or something like that. Is that what happened? No jumper? What's up with Adam 22? Did he like get karma'd yet and die? Because there's one fella. I mean, he it's evil, so evil what they do. Like, it's so fucking evil. I would just have no problem eliminating a man like Adam 22. I'm not a murderer. But sometimes these things become practical and they become... I'm a utilitarian in my moral views. So, like, we want to prop up the things that are good for the world and get rid of the things that are bad. And when I say get rid of Adam 22... should we lock you up? Should we send you somewhere else? Should we cut off all your views and take your money? I think I have a easier solution, my guy. And I'm not threatening. I'm obviously not going to do anything to this person. But some of y'all, if I see you, I'm catching charges. To stay out of Ohio. You know how they talk like, y'all don't call AA. What are you saying, bro? The cut, oh, you gotta have your pay. You gotta have your pay. You could get it, Like, all right, come to Ohio, bitch. I'll fucking hold your neck down like you're a little weak, misbehaving child. Slap your ass around. Just a bang, any little shit. I think I'm scared of any. I don't care about your gun. What are you gonna do? Shoot me and get a murder charge? Go to prison the rest of your life? I know you ain't doing it. You ain't no shooters. See, I'm in Ohio, and I don't live in, like, I live in a place where if you get murdered, they're gonna probably catch you. There's a 99% chance you're gonna get caught. I get that in some places you can just willfully murder people. But also, with how much rappers and like the gangs talk about, oh, we be really shooting, it really be like that, we really be taking bodies like that all day. Like the crime rates and the actual numbers that come out, and a lot of these are just isolated incidents. There's like literally not enough bodies to back up this whole cultural idea that there's so much murder. There's a lot of murder and it's bad in these places, but they're not sending in FEMA to like with body bags. They're not. At a certain point they'd send in the National Guard and y'all would, not even that, they'd send in the police or the SWAT. Like they would, if you're a gang, they're on your ass. They're trying to catch you. They're trying to stop you. And they'd be like, yeah, King Von, he had 20 heads. Okay, King Von might tell people that he's murdered 20 people. That dude seems like a virgin to me. He's dead now. He seems like a virgin. Like he's just mad that he can't get laid. That's King Von. And he got murdered. But yeah, these people, oh, he got 20. Like there isn't literally enough. Like you can't all have 20 murders because the math doesn't add up. Especially when you're a famous rapper. Like, if you be saying, I murder people, they're going to look into your life. And if you actually do murder people, you're going to get fucking arrested like some of these guys do. But for a lot of them, bro, the FBI takes a look and they fucking laugh at your ass. Like this dude's, you know, some lavish lifestyle, came from money. The whole hood thing's a fake thing. But this shit, they can hide and they can make you believe that they come from anything. Bro, he could be a rich kid for all you know. Do you know if he's been to jail? We don't even know his real name. We don't know their real names. I know you can look it up and look up their real names, but you get my point. Lefty Gum, what's his real name? Michael? Fucking Pablo? Pablo, you need to get your shit together. Stop making rap music. Stop fucking hoes and build yourself up spiritually. I don't care how many fucking millions of views or millions of dollars you make. I can tell you're suffering as a human by the way you live your life and the way you talk and the way you act. You're not doing well, and we see that. And let that be a lesson for everybody that money, fame don't mean shit. So this is number one song.
I got shooters on go as say we got served.
It's immediately like the low quality like world star hip hop. Oh boy, Lefty Gunplay, he's gonna walk me down because I was talking smack. Is he gonna see this and he's, yo, we going out there. We gonna go up there to North Canton. And we gonna get this motherfucker. Okay, you're gonna come and shoot me and then go to the jail arrest, you go to prison rest of your life. I don't believe you, dude. I don't believe you're gonna come shoot me. I'm willing to not even, I don't want a street fight with you. I'd like to go to an MMA gym or somewhere where it's kind of sanctioned. You know, I'd like to enter a cage with you, sir. Will you agree to that? None of them. They're like, no, I do be shoot, and I'm like, why don't we fight? Like, just man to man, see who's actually tougher. Why don't you put this man-made weapon down? Why don't you put your weapon down? Because with, you know, that's a very powerful thing that you're holding. And if you need to hold that, what does that say about you? If you need to be all about there. I like guns. Guns are cool. I have guns. But like the whole I'm gonna shoot you thing is so fucking cringe. Dude, most people that rob you don't even have fucking bullets in the gun. Like, it's a very, you're not, it's some, if you're in plain daylight and someone holds a gun to you and says, give me your shit, I'm gonna say no. Like, just get the, I'm gonna give you, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna say, hey, listen, buddy. I'm not even gonna break it down for you. I'm just gonna say straight up, get the fuck away from me, or I'm gonna take that gun for you and blow your fucking brains out. I know you ain't gonna shoot me, you pussy. Get the fuck out of here. No, don't do that. Don't actually make them mad, then they might shoot you in like the leg or something. I think what I'd actually do, they'd be like, I'm sorry. I'm so scared. I'm so scared. Whoop. 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 Get your ass on the fucking ground. Because you just threatened to shoot me. The cops are going to be able to, they're going to believe my story if I blow your fucking brains out. So this is self-protection. Get the, no, what I'd do, I'd take the gun and shoot you in your fucking nuts. That's not fair. People who rob don't be getting laid. That's why they rob. Dude, I dog on some of this shit. Fuck y'all. Just come in the cage with me. It's very, they never will. They never do. Do these guys, when they have beefs and drama, do they like settle it in a street fight? No. They like pretend to shoot each other. They like shoot in the air. And sometimes they do actually murder each other. Which is probably like, that's just, I know we live in a land of evil and the evil temptations and the darkness and all that, blah, blah, blah. But, like, why is it cool? Why is it cool to act tough when you're not actually tough? That's what the gang life really is. I get that some of it is toughness and bravery. You might die. But they're depressed and crazy and they act like that because they're scared, bro. Like people that are kind of like quieter and a little more reserved, a little more. They try to like sound tough like a man all the time. Like, dude, I'm wearing a cut-off sweatshirt and women's pants. I don't care if I go out and someone says, oh, that's a homo or something. Like, brother, get in the cage with me. It doesn't matter if I'm a homo or not. That's not even the discussion we're gonna have today. We're gonna do the man dance. And if you'd like to do that with me, that's great. And maybe you'll beat me and win and be the winner. That's great. I'm not saying I'm just gonna beat everybody up or I'm a good fighter. But for me, I don't want to do no shootout with Lefty Gunplay. I don't want him, you know, that's not what I'm on. If I have beef and drama with someone, you work it out in the cage, legally. You can legally fight. You can go to MMA gym or whatever and fight. And then become friends. And then Lefty Gunplay will get his ass beat and learn some stuff and become a better man. And everyone's happy. I'm crazy, bro. They can't stop me. I'm a force of fucking nature. Bruh. Oh, you're gonna shoot me? No, you're not. No, you're not. I'm calling you out, Lefty. Here it is. Are you really a shooter? Are you gonna come murder BryansWrld for calling you out? You said all the ops and all the haters or whatever get shot. Are you gonna come get me? Bro, I would eat your ass. Oh no. He's got Adam, he's on Adam 22's podcast, and that's 20 seconds into your shit. Look at the way Adam 22 stands. Just look at him. Just the way he fucking stands, dude. I can't take it. I want to truck stick this dude. I'm gonna go Ray Lewis on this dude.
I'll make it rain on the street, bring the Kia. Shake that thing up at that sand in the cheetah. K-face with a 38 in West Covina. Feed all done nails.
See, and then the problem is normal ass people at home think it's like cool to be gangster. Or I don't know, do they? Maybe no, I don't know.
Done like she Camila, take me to Havana, make me your kingster. Bandana like Santana, man in the beamer, the type of shit you dream of. I'm fucking on Sabrina. I like the way she bought a dick and then she take a breather. Conceited ass hitter, it's still fucking seed up. Kings up, till the day I D.I.E. I'll be up in jail in LA, another case for a heater. I'm getting big face at the AMC theater. Baby, let me fucking love you down like you Mia Khalifa.
Is there any way to like is there any because I'm not catching a fucking word that this dude I heard something about murdering and gangster shit, and then
Pushing on number 9 underneath her. Beat the pussy up on violin with Grim Reaper. Loading my whole fuck.
you don't have a very athletic body. I don't believe that you beat the pussy up. I think you're lying. I think you're fucking lying. Do you work on your cardio? You probably don't. Shut up. Like, no, I hate the whole first things first, dude. You guys don't, the men don't know how to like communicate sexually. They think it's like all about you getting your and then sometimes but you know there's a caring energy somewhere there that you should be caring more. Like, you should. Not every girl likes getting blasted, okay? Like that. Yeah, a little bit sometimes, you know, a little bit, but like this ideology that is like I beat the pussy up. Well, if that woman wasn't her style, or she wasn't feeling that energy that day, and you didn't really feel it out and have like a soul moment with that energy, she's probably talking about you negatively to her friends. Like it's like he didn't even see me. He just did his little got his nut off and tried to act tough about it. Like you're probably getting made fun of. Like you didn't communicate well. Probably not getting called back. But yeah, I don't know. That's not like the sexual end all be all, is what I'm trying to say. Yeah, you know, everybody is into a little bit of a freak off sometimes, but for the most part, this is a more caring energy that is being misused by modern society. Hey, have I been perfect? No. Not saying I've been perfect with that shit, but a lot closer than most. It's hilarious. Like you don't know. You don't have the full picture of what it means to please a woman, do you? You don't know. You don't fully understand this shit. Most people don't fully understand that, do they? I've been realizing that, dude. The first time you sleep with someone, there should be like a confusion at the end. That's how you know you. It's like, fuck, you're good at that. Like that, literally, I've gone. What the fuck? Oh no. That's TMI, TMI, TMI. Stop it, Brian. That's too much for him. I need to take my meds, dude. It's the best part of the show. Yo, yo, about to spit some fire. Yeah. I had sex with a woman that I cared about. I made sure to figure out how to do it right for her. We had a soul bonding moment. Yeah. And we connected with magical energies. We be in the spiritual world. What? Or just, I beat the pussy up. Like for me, it's just like I'm obvious. I go to the gym and work out. I'm very, very capable of doing. You know what I'm saying? Like my body, like I said, my body is trained to push its limits. And again, maybe not like I'm not in David Goggins shape where I can go run super fast marathons or anything like that. But mentally wise, yeah, I'm always ready to. My governors, you know what a governor is in a car? It's something that stops the car from going over a certain speed. My governors got blown off with lifting and that shit, so. Yeah, I don't know. How come, yeah, I gave her a good night. She was a girl that I really cared about, you know? I don't be out there fucking hoes. Wait, that's way cooler. Yo, I don't be fucking hoes because I respect sexual energy. Banger, dude. Yo, yo, yo. I met this dude. I met this dude's wife. She was trying to get it. I told her, no, that's bad. You need to work things out with your husband. I told her that she can't get this dick because she be married, and I ain't like that. Or, like most rappers do, I fucked your wife. No, you didn't, bro. Stop. You didn't fuck anybody's wife. Come on, dude. You think married women... Maybe out there, out in Cal, I don't know what's going on out there, but wherever they live, the rappers, Atlanta, whatever. It just seems to me that a married woman. Also, yeah, most girls think them dudes are cringe. Kinda, yeah. Like, they'll be like, ew. Like a lefty gunplay, they'll be like, oh, will disgust a woman. Seriously, like I've had these conversations about like the rappers and all that, and it's like they're literally, a lot of women are like disgusted by these men. But then there's the ones that will like, oh, you're lefty gunplay, I'll sleep with you, so I could tell people I slept with lefty gunplay. That's like me. So like me, would I have sexual? Let's say I was single, perfectly single, and I had the opportunity. Let's say Swiftie has a bad breakup. Travis leaves her for Patrick Mahomes, so they can finally just admit it. Dude, oh wait, going back to the Kels brothers, Jason Kels has to be gay, because you got, so Someone called him a fag and he got really pissed and threw someone's phone. And that's like destroying others' property. That's assault charges. He's a strong-willed man. He had a long, successful NFL career. You have to be a very strong-willed man. Usually with a strong-willed man, they're not going to snap like that unless you strike a fucking nerve. So when someone yells at you and says fag and you're like, get mad about it, dude, you have to be gay. Like somewhere in your brain is like, fuck, he knows, I gotta fight him. He do have the total bear look to him, don't he? He's who am I to call people gay? I wear self-tanner and earrings. And I'm wearing women's clothes. But yeah, I digress. Like if someone called me fag, I'd be like, hey. I wouldn't like have like, oh well, how dare you? no. Like if that makes you, if you're a man, you get called gay, and it makes you upset, that means you need to experiment with some things and test some things out, because it seems like you might be swinging the other way, my guy, and that's causing all your issues. Go be go be where you belong. I'm gonna start rapping and do positive stuff. I held out for my main squeeze. She makes me happy. Now I don't need to smoke weed. I mean, the Gucci Mane has a song about his wife. So I mean, it's not like completely absent from the rap world. Lil Baby, I mean, he's Lil Baby because of his raps are pretty much mainly about breakups and shit. And again, for Lil Baby, you know, you've been sleeping around too much, and you're constantly been in a relationship, and you need to grow as a man, and you know. Now, see, there are some guys, there's like a cutoff. Like, making fun of Juicy J was hard there, but he does talk about pimp and hoes way too much, and that's horrible. But, like, yeah, there's Young Thug. Young Thug can kind of, like, do no wrong to me. I like his music too much. He never talked about pimping. He talked about fucking bitches. And then it kind of came out that him and Rich Homie Quan were, like, a little gay. And I don't know if anybody would be that surprised about that. I'm a fan of both their music. Rest in peace, Rich Homie Quan. But yeah, the fact that somebody said Young Thug and Rich Homie Quan were doing gay shit, like, it was like, all right, you know, I'm not even. That's feasible. It makes sense.
You clip on the seasons like, yeah, look, yeah. And I was up, I was down, I was lost. Then I found K-Hard with the crown. Ball Park, we walk them down like, yeah. In Ball Park, we walk them down like. And I was up, I was down, I was lost. Then
You guys know they usually like shoot each other because like, yo, on my block. I know, I don't want to be like Aiden Ross and I guess I'm not dogging on like the actual hood culture and gang culture, because I don't think this rap shit actually reflects that shit. Also, a lot of gangs, apparently, what they say, from what some people say, that they're kind of allowed to do what they do, and that they have plugs up in that bitch. Like government plugs that run in the ship. I've heard some rumblings of that. It does make sense. Because if we really wanted to stop the gangs, it like wouldn't be that hard to stop the gangs, okay? And when you catch one of these guys selling drugs and all that, again, these are people that like, you know, they live that shit, so they're bragging about getting pussy and all that stuff. If I catch you, you're all right. You're in the gang. You're moving a lot of pounds here. Who's next up, and where are they? And he's not gonna talk if you just sit him in an interrogation room. He's not gonna talk if you throw 20 years. Take a pair of scissors to his ball sack, tie him down, and take a pair of scissors and say, "I'm not kidding you. I'm gonna cut off your nuts." And see this guy here. We're already gonna cut. We're gonna cut his nuts off in front of you, so you know we mean business. Like the pedophiles, they like save the pedophile. The pedophiles are on a waiting list in prison to be the ones in the interrogation room to scare the rapper so that they really believe that their nuts will get chopped off right here and now. Because we're going to chop off his balls, he's a pedophile, and you're fucking next if you don't tell us where the gang is. Come, think about it, man. We're going to let you off. We're going to let you off scot fucking free. We're going to put you in witness protection so they don't kill you. We're going to give you some money. Get you started through that witness protection program, and you get to keep your balls. Like, who's saying no to that, dude? Or do you want to sit in prison the rest of your life with no balls? In fact, you know what? We're going to cut off your balls and just send you right back out there. Go ahead. Have fun being a freaking eunuch. I feel like that would solve a lot of problems. Like, you murder someone, you get your balls cut off. Yeah, murder. What are like my big fours? Murder, rape, abusing women, physically. Yeah, like attacking a woman physically. If you get like cheated on and you like say stuff verbally about them and like tear them down, yeah, it's not the way, you know. If they like do something horrible to you and then like you verbally, maybe not even yell, just like are mean, tear them down. That's kind of like he said, she said. But once you like physical, there is like I think there might be something in your brain. I don't know. I don't know how people really want to be slapping girls and shit. I don't get that. I've never really had that many like yelling issues that much, or I never had anything that pretty normal, like marriage issues, like nothing crazy. But what is that? What is that point that you decide to like hurt somebody like hurt a woman physically? Even if they cheat on you, it's just like, I don't know, still hitting them? It just doesn't make a lot of sense to like harm something that can't really do nothing back. It's like somewhere, a lot of people's brain. Shit, even like Lefty Gunplay, do I want to even hurt him physically just because he's a dick? No, because I don't think he's tough and it'd be too easy to hurt him. Why would I want to do that? I'll delegate that to a lesser man. Someone else beat him up for me. Be too easy for me.
And I found K-Hard with the crown, Bone Park, we walk him down like, yeah, and I'ma fucking walk him down.
All right. So I listen to rap music. I do like the drug stuff. Like the selling drugs and the doing drugs is fun. And like in a perfect world, right? The drug dealing and stuff isn't as violent. But unfortunately, that's just where we're at. But yeah, again, going back to my point, like I'm gonna cut off your balls. Tell me who, and then you're gonna find all the gangs, and then even then, I mean, you just send the National Guard in there. If it was really that bad, they'd send the National Guard in and do something about it. But I don't know, man. It's fucking midnight. I need to get off this bitch. As always, keep it fucking real. And we'll catch you next time. What a great show. What good stuff. All right. Peace.